Hello everyone, welcome to Solo Survivor. আজি mock test number 8 APSC prelims or GS paper 1 or 100 questions আছে কটেকেটা UPSC pattern follow কৰি বনোৱা হৈছে আৰু questions বিলাক অলপ বেলেগ ধৰণৰ হ'ব আজি to set 1 Assam history geography 20 questions Assamৰ যেটো 32 35 questions থাকে Assam history and geography pura 20 questions আছে in this set number 1. Okay, let's start the test. Question number 1. With reference to the pike system of the Ahom kingdom, consider the following statements. Every male between the ages of 15 to 50 was obligated to serve the state as a pike. Correct, right? A group of 4 pikes formed a god. Correct. The pikes were paid in cash for their services to the king. I guess everything is correct. The D hobo lage. Oh. To kesot dia nasile. Paisa to kesot dia nasile to full hoi gol. Kes system nasile neki. 3 to incorrect hoy. Pikes were not paid in cash. Instead, they were granted 2 puras of tax-free rice land, Gomati, in return for their service. They were granted 2 puras, 2 pura of tax-free rice land. Oh. মানে খুদ নহয় sorry খাজনা বিহীন মানে 2 পুৰা মাটি পাইছিলে আৰু ন খেতি কৰিবৰ কাৰণে মানে খাজনা দিব নালাগিছিলে আৰু 2 পুৰা মাটিৰ গো মাটি that is tax free rice land, that is গো মাটি গা মাটি বুলি কৈছিলে in return for their service. Okay, 15 to 50 age or সব মেল বিলাকে পাইক হিচাপে সার্ভ কৰিব লাগিছিলে আৰু এটা পাইকত 4টা গট থাকে a group of 4 pikes এটা পাইকত 4টা গট নহয় 4টা পাইকে এটা গট গঠন কৰে এটা গটত 4টা পাইক থাকে পাইকটা হল সবচে স্মলেষ্ট ইউনিট হ'ব তাৰপিছত গট তাৰপিছত কিবা খেল কিবা এনেকুৱা আছে বোধ প্ৰথমটো ইনকাৰেক্ট কৰিলো. The Mulagafur was a legendary Ahom princess who fought against Turbo Khan. That B is the correct answer. To host this, Mulagafur that fighting against Mughal commander Turbo Khan in 1532 to avenge her husband's death. Prasing Mungas later husband or their husband or Nam to 1532. Which of the following statements regarding the 6th schedule of the Indian Constitution is correct? It applies to all tribal areas in India. 6th schedule. It applies to all tribal areas in India. When? No, No. The governor has the power to include or exclude any area from the autonomous districts. Autonomous district or governor power আছে নেকি? I don't think so. The district councils do not have the power to collect land revenue. Yes, maybe. It was based on the recommendations of the Simon Commission. Simon Commissioner karne hoisile neki? Kunto correct hobo? 6th schedule of Indian Constitution is correct, which has the power to exclude any area from the autonomous districts. Governor autonomous district or president or logote to collect land revenues. It was based on the mention of the Simon Commission. Six-seater Simon Commission. Don't know about. Any area from the autonomous districts. I don't know why. At a particular land revenue. District council land revenue collect korbo parna. Councils do not have the power. To wrong আছে D2 হ'ব লাগে D2 D2 হ'লে হ'ল নহ'লে নাই B2 আছিলে B2 কাৰেক্ট বোলে গভৰ্ণৰে মানে autonomous council বিলাক exclude বা include কৰিব পাৰে autonomous districts okay wrong হৈ থাকিলে the governor has the power to include or exclude any area from the autonomous districts correct para 1 and under para 1 of the 6 autonomous district or যিকোনো এটা অংশ area governor exclude বা include কৰিব পাৰে আৰু to 6 to Assam Meghalaya Tripura Mizoram AMTM Assam Meghalaya Tripura Mizoram AMTM they have tax collecting powers district councils have tax collecting powers the mission Basundhara 4.0 recently in the news in Assam primarily aims at decision on land records and resolving land disputes, promoting organic tea farming, enhancing irrigation, forest conservation. That is a hopefully. Mission Basundhara is a flagship initiated by the Assam government to provide land-related services and update land records digitally. Question 5. Consider the following regarding old pension scheme OPS versus NPS new pension scheme. OPS is a defined benefit scheme while NPS is a defined contribution scheme. Also old pension scheme defined benefit scheme defined contribution new pension scheme NPS in NPS the pension amount is guaranteed by the government to ki hote man najanu de OPS is a defined benefit scheme while NPS is a defined contribution scheme to benefit scheme hoy neki contribution scheme don't know why NPS in NPS the pension amount is granted by the government neither one neither two ho diya ho only one full hole to correct statement 2 is incorrect 1 2 correct asile matro the pension depends on many OPS is a defined benefit and NPS is a defined contributor or defined contribution scheme and depends on market returns and is not guaranteed by the state okay 6 which of the following national park in Assam is often reported as the mini Kaziranga that is Orang C okay Orang National Park has a similar landscape and a high density of one-horned rhinoceros, earning it the nickname Mini Kaziranga. The Ulgulan movement was associated with his tribal leader. Ulgulan movement, Siduen Kanhu, Birsa Munda, Alure Sitarama Raju, Rani Gaidinliu. Rani Gaidinliu to Nagaland wrestling on Ulgulan Birsa Munda Nohoi. Alure Sitarama Raju, Siduen Kanhu. Ulgulan movement, tribal leader. C হ'ব লাগে বিৰচা মুণ্ডা আছিলে ৰং হৈ থাকিলে উলগুলান ট্ৰাইবেল মুভমেণ্টটো বিৰচা মুণ্ডাৰে আছিলে বিৰচা মুণ্ডা led the মুণ্ডা rebellion উলগুলান মুণ্ডা rebellion থেকে উলগুলান বুলি কৈছিলে 1899 to 1900 in the Satanakpur region 1899 to 1900 in the Satanakpur region Birsa Munda rebellion that is Ulgulan 1999 to 1900 Consider the following statements regarding the National Waterway 2 in Assam. It stretches from Sodia to Dhubri along the Brahmaputra River. Yes. It connects India with the seaports of Bangladesh by the Indo-Bangladesh Protocol Road. Yes. It the Pandu port in Guwahati is being developed as a multimodal integration hub under this waterway. The Pandu port in Guwahati is being developed as a multimodal integration hub under this waterway. Yes, all three are correct. D is the correct answer. National waterways to 891 km in the lifeline of Assam's riverine coal economy. Cemetery is particularly relevant as Pandu port is now being linked to the railway network for seamless cargo movement. With reference to the Deepor Bill, the only Ramsar site in Assam consists the following. It is a permanent freshwater lake in a former channel of the Brahmaputra River. Deepor Bill is a permanent freshwater lake in a former channel of the Brahmaputra River. Former channel. It has been designed as an important bird area by BirdLife International. The two Ramsar site, I know. The Guwahati Municipal Garbage Dump is located adjacent to its eco-sensitive zone. Itu hoy. The correct hoy. It is permanent freshwater lake in a former channel. The Brahmaputra River. Yaar nodi to Brahmaputra pore neki. Hobo poribo. It has been designated as an important bird area. All three should be correct. That is D. Yes, D is the correct. The encroachment on the Boragao Dam site have been major environmental litigation points 24 to 25. Okay, which of the following constitutional provisions allow for the administration of tribal areas in Assam? Tribal areas, which of the following? Article Following constitutional provisions allow for the administration of tribal areas in Assam. Tribal areas in Assam, that is Assam only to see on the 6 the B B. Yes, B. So do 371 B take a letter in the Assam 6 area, that is 244 2 and 275 1 provides for autonomous district councils in Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, and Mizoram. That is the sixth schedule area. The sixth schedule articles 244 2 and 275 1 provides for autonomous district councils in Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, and Mizoram. Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram. Constitutional statements about Governor of Assam. He or she acts as the constitutional head and is appointed by the president. Constitutional head. Respect of Assam state. Appointed by the president, yes. Under the sixth schedule, the governor has discretionary powers regarding the autonomous districts, yes. Both are correct. The governor can nominate one member to the Assam Legislative Assembly from Anglo-Indian community. এইটোতো আছিলে কিন্তু এতিয়াতো নহ'ব ন এতিয়া নহ'ব এইটো ৰং হ'ব 1 and 2 কাৰেক্ট হ'ব A হ'ব yes A 3 is incorrect because the 104th Constitutional Amendment Act 2019 abolished the nomination of Anglo-Indians to Lok Sabha and state assemblies. Regarding green hydrogen, which is a focus of the Assam Green Power Policy 2025, consider the following. Green hydrogen, Assam Green Power Policy 2025. It is produced through the electrolysis of water using renewable energy. It produces carbon dioxide as a byproduct during combustion. India aims to become a global hub for green hydrogen by 2030. It is produced through the electrolysis of water using renewable energy. It produces carbon dioxide. It produces carbon dioxide as a byproduct during combustion. India aims to become a global hub for green hydrogen. It 2030. Why it to correct couple like 1 and 3 should be the correct answer, but all produces carbon dioxide as a byproduct during combustion. Carbon dioxide gas ব্যবহার করে কিনে সে combustion চলাই কিনে এর করব নাকি I don't think 1 and 2 B over 2. Yes, B is the correct answer. 2 is incorrect. The only byproduct of burning hydrogen is water vapor. The only byproduct of burning hydrogen is water vapor. The only byproduct of burning hydrogen is water vapor. Only water vapor can burn hydrogen. That means only water vapor can be the byproduct to burn hydrogen. Okay. In the context of the 25 Reserve Bank of India report, Assam was recognized for having the highest NPS in the banking sector. How like it non kiba NPS money কিবা কয় লোন আদান নিদিয়া হ'ব সি হ'ব being the fastest growing state economy in Assam for the fiscal year economy in India fastest growing এইটোতো হ'ব লাগে implemented the first state-led cryptocurrency total elimination in the fiscal deficit ক'ত being the fastest growing state economy in India for the fiscal year এইটোৱে correct হয় B yes B is the correct answer A recent data suggests Assam has shown significant GDP growth due to infrastructure investments and the expansion of the service sector. Yes, but ইয়াৰ কাৰণটো হ'ল মানে গ্ৰোথ ৰেটটো বাঢ়িছে বাট অভাৰঅল যিটো হেৰি আছে ষ্টেটৰ ভিতৰত মানে বহুত পিছতে আছে যেনিবা দুৰ্বল ষ্টেটৰ হেৰিতে পৰে গ্ৰোথ ৰেটটো বাঢ়িছে তাৰমানে বহুত কম আছিলে GDP 15 the PM Divine Develop of Northeastern scheme is primarily aims at religious sites infrastructure and social development in the Northeast region to be B yes B is the correct answer Prime Minister's development initiative for Northeastern region that is PM Divine is 100% central funding scheme for the Northeastern region 100% central funding means flagship scheme The pike system was a unique administrative feature of the Ahom kingdom Agot consists how many pikes that is 4B that is B yes correct a group of 4 pikes later reduced to 3 yes was called a god one member of the god had to serve the state while the others looked after the land oh his god had 4 pikes one had to serve for the one member of the god had to serve to the state and while others looked after the land or other land other cultivation is other trees but later one was reduced means there were 3 pikes in a god the BIMSTEC summit in 2025 focused on the master plan for transport connectivity which of the following is not a member of BIMSTEC BIMSTEC or full form take Myanmar Thailand Myanmar Maldives Bhutan BIMSTEC Bhutan Myanmar Maldives BIMSTEC Thailand BIMSTEC BIMSTEC or কোনটো মেম্বাৰ নহয় কৈছে ন Thailand to BIMSTEC or Myanmar Maldives Bhutan to'ই নহ'ব নেকি Bhutan to হ'ব লাগে Bhutan to হয় Thailand Myanmar Maldives Myanmar হ'ব Thailand হ'ব Maldives I think Thailand হ'ব নালাগে okay Maldives নহ'ব নেকি Bhutan Then the master plan for transport connectivity which the Maldives নহ'ব C নহ'ব yes C নহয় master plan for transport connectivity Maldives is a major SAC but not BIMSTEC Maldives নহয় the members are Bangladesh Bhutan India Oh, Bimstick, Bangladesh, Bhutan, oh, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Myanmar, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Ek, Dui, Sari, Patsoi, Sat, 7 members. Dui, Sorry, Sat. Bangladesh, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Thailand. Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Myanmar, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Thailand. Okay. With reference to the POSA system during the Ahom rule, consider the following statements. POSA system of payment, a system of payment made by the Ahom government to the hill tribes to prevent their raids on the plains. Or payment made by the Ahom rulers. It was first introduced by King Pratap Singha. POSA system, I don't know. POSA was always paid in the form of gold and silver coins from the royal treasury. No, this is not. At the 1 and 2 only correct. Or Pratap Singha, when I do not know, but hobulage at the A correct. Yes, is the correct answer. POSA system to service security divo 3 is incorrect. POSA was generally paid in kind, such as clothes, salt, or agricultural produce, and through the labor of pikes. Labor kuri na service baro, like clothes, salt, or agricultural products, produce, etc. Pikes assigned to the tribes, not primarily in coins. Okay, the makam or the burial grounds of the Ahom royalty was located at Soradu. Makam, Rita Sudhir Makam. That was a novel. That means Makam means burial grounds, burial mounds, pyramid like. Soradu located in this UNESCO World Heritage Site. Consider the following. They are also known as Maidams, Makam, Maidam, burial grounds. The architectural style represents a hollow vault made of brick and stone, covered by a hemispherical earthen mound. Yes, hemisphere, no? Hemisphere. They were exclusively built for the Ahom kings and not for their queens. I don't think so. Exclusively built for the Ahom kings, not for queens. I don't know, but exclusively. Oh, Paraday. I don't think so. What should I do? All 3 correct or what? Exclusively built for kings and not for their queens. Yes, maybe. 1, 2, 3. D. Oh, sorry. They're also built for the queens. Statement 3 is incorrect. Madams were built for kings, queens, and even high-ranking nobles of the Ahom kingdom. Soratu was officially inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2425. Soratu, UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2425. Okay. For queens as well, the madams were built. Okay, now comes 29 or 19. The Treaty of Marsali 1563 was signed between Ahom and Kos Kingdom. Yes, Marsali, Ahom and Kos Kingdom. That is B. B. Yes, B is the correct answer. The treaty was signed between the Kos King Doderne and the Ahom King Suklengmung, the Gorgoya Raja, within the Kos invasion led by Silarai. Okay. Consider the following peers of 1857 rebel leaders in Assam: Muniram Dewan, the was Sarhat Sivsagar. 1857 rebel leaders in Assam: Muniram Dewan. He was hanged in Jorhat, yes, Jorhat Sivsagar. This is correct. 1057. Pioli Burua Muniram Dewan and Pioli Burua is hanging partner of Muniram Dewan is Dutiram Burua sentenced to life in the Andaman Islands. Dutiram Burua sentenced to life in the Andaman Islands. Dutiram Burua, somebody was like not too incorrect, Nikki. Want to correct, but 3 Dutiram Burua sentenced to life. The Andaman Islands. Okay, all D. So D is the correct answer. All are correctly matched. Dutiram Muniram Dewan and Pioli Burua were hanged in 1858, while others like Dutiram Burua, Madhu Malik were deported to the Andamans. Dutiram Burua and Madhu Malik were deported to the Andamans. Okay. The Potrukhat Uprising, 1894, is often called the Jallianwala Bagh of Assam. Jallianwala Bagh of Assam. What was the primary cause of this uprising? Inner land permit enhanced the land revenue rate by the British. No, the use of Assamese schools. That is B. Okay, B is the correct answer. Farmers of Darang district. There was Potrukhat uprising. Okay. Farmers of Darang district protested against the exorbitant hike in land tax, nearly 70 to 80%, by the British administration, leading to a brutal massacre. Okay. In the context of the sixth schedule of the Indian Constitution, the autonomous district councils is in Assam had Assam have the power to make laws on which of the following? Oh, research or message I hear say research coronably. In the context of sixth schedule of Indian Constitution, the autonomous district councils have the power to make laws on which of the following: management of any forest not being a reserved forest, inheritance of property, autonomous district councils, district council, no, on which management of any forest not being a reserved forest, inheritance of property, appointment or succession of chiefs or headmen, laws and regulation of money lending in by non-tribals. Which is correct question. Shall I the correct answer using the codes? Yes. Maintenance of forest not being a reserved forest. Tribal area to our tribal area into reserved forest to ASEAN, so we cannot just management of any forest not being a reserved forest. No, this is not correct. Inheritance of property. Yes, it can be. Appointment of succession of chiefs or headmen. Yes. Regulation of money lending by non-tribals. Money lending non-tribals. Only 2 and 3 should be the correct. 2, 3, 4. Management of any forest not being a reserved forest. Tribal areas not forest. 2, 3, 4. It over B. Oh, sorry, it was D, so I made wrong. Under paragraph 3 and paragraph 10 of the 6th schedule, ADC autonomous district councils have wide legislative powers over these subjects to preserve tribal customs. There was management of any forest not being a reserved forest. Okay. Which article of the Indian Constitution contains special provisions with respect to the state of Assam? The Assam, that is 371B, that is B. Yes, B is the correct answer, of course. Yes. 371B deals with the committee of the Assam Legislative Assembly consisting of members elected from the tribal areas. Come on, yes. Consider the following statements regarding the Mukhyamantri Krishi Saha Sujoli Yojana in Assam. Mukhyamantri Krishi Saha Sujoli Yojana. It aims to provide financial assistance to farmers for procuring farm tools and machinery. The benefit is extended only to large-scale farmers holding more than 5 hectares of land. Not possible. This is only, so it is not. The funds are disbursed through direct benefit transfer. 1 and 3 are correct. That is B. Yes, B is the correct answer. 2 is incorrect. The scheme primarily targets small and marginal farmers to encourage farm mechanization. Direct benefit transfer ensures transparency in the transfer of the 5,000 grant rupees of 5,000 grant DBT. With reference to the Etogesle, Mukhyamantri Krishi Hauzuli Yojana. With reference to the Assam Agribusiness and Rural Transformation Project, which of the following is its primary funding agency? With reference to the Assam Agribusiness and Rural Transformation Project, funding agency Asian Development Bank, World Bank, NABARD. This is what New Development Bank, BRICS. New Development Banks, that is BRICS. World Bank NABARD, 82 Asian Development NABARD hobo. Agribusiness and Rural Transformation Project to NABARD hobo. Oh sorry, that is B. World Bank. Okay, it is wrong. World Bank, Assam Agribusiness and Rural Transformation Project, that is APART, which is primary finance agency is World Bank. APART is Assam Agribusiness and Rural Transformation is a World Bank aided project aimed at increasing the value added and market access in targeted agricultural clusters in Assam. In the context of Indian agriculture, zero budget natural farming emphasizes complete elimination of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. In the context of Indian agriculture, zero budget natural farming, use of Jivamruta and Bijamruta as well and seed treatments, increasing the cost of production to ensure higher. This is what the complete elimination of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Now what's this up? Oh, Nisa! Complete elimination of chemical fertilizers and zero budget. Tuhobo Jivamrita and Bijamruta. Tuhobo cost of production to ensure higher quality. Tuhobo 1 to 3 also to be correct. D. Oh sorry. Cost to hobo Jivamrita or Bijamrita to cost na lage na. So itu negative palo. Increasing the cost of production to ensure higher quality. Don't know how. Okay, B is the correct answer. 1 and 2 only. Complete elimination of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Subjivamruta and Bijamruta for soil and seed treatment. Uh, uh, um, the goal of um, the goal of zero budget natural farming is to reduce the cost of reduce the cost of production to zero by using locally available natural resources, thus helping farmers escape debt traps. Yes. The classical dance status was recently a topic of discussion. Which of the following criteria is used by the Sangeet Natak Academy to recognize a dance as classical? It must have a documented history at least 500 years. It must be based on the principles of Nyaya Sastra. It must have a distinct, margi, soulful, spiritual tradition. It must have a distinct, margi, soulful, spiritual tradition. What this is, of course, Nyaya to clarify, but how do they want this answer? Classical dance status was recently a draw topic of discussion. Is or are used by Sangeet Natak Academy to recognize a dance as classical. It must have a documented history of at least 500 years. It must be based on the principles of the Naitya Sastra. It must have a distinct, margi or soulful spiritual tradition. Yes, all three. That is D. Oh, sorry. C. It must have a documented history of at least 500 years. Itu correct now. Only 2 and 3 are correct. Okay, itu negative all. While S is a factor, there is no rigid 500-year rule, though many are ancient. The core requirements are the technical adherence to Naitya Sastra, that is Abhinaya, Mudra, etc. Abhinaya, Mudra, etc. And spiritual classical lineage. Okay. Consider the following piers and folk festivals and their stage. Ambubasi Mela, Assam. Sapsargut, Mizoram. Hornbill Festival, that is Nagaland. Piers are correctly matched. That is 1 and 2 only. A. Yes. A is the correct answer. The Hornbill Festival is the famous festival of Nagaland, not Manipur. 29. Eco-sensitive zones are notified under which the following acts? Eco-sensitive zones: Wildlife Protection Act 1972, Environment Protection 1986, Forest Conservation 1980, Biological Diversity Act 2002. Eco-sensitive zones, wildlife protection, environment protection, forest conservation, biological diversity, environment protection, biological diversity. That is B. B. Yes, B is the correct answer. Eco-sensitive zones are notified by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change under the Environment Protection Act 1986 to create a shock absorber for protected areas. Environment Protection Act 1986, the shock absorber. Wildlife Protection 1972, Environment Protection, that is 1986, Forest Conservation 1980, Biological Diversity 2002. With reference to the Cabinet Mission Plan 1946, which of the following statements are correct? Cabinet Mission. It recommended a loose federal structure for India with 3 tiers of government. It rejected the demand for a separate sovereign state of Pakistan. It proposed that all members of the interim government would be Indians. It recommended a loose federal structure for India. Which of them are correct? It proposed that all members of the interim government would be Indians. Cabinet Mission Plan. 1 and 2 are correct only. A. Sorry. The correct answer was D. Okay, negative call. The Cabinet Mission, Patrick Lawrence, Stepford, Cripps A.V. Alexander aimed to preserve Indian unity while providing regional autonomy. He proposed a Union of India dealing with foreign affairs, defense, and communications while grouping provinces into sections A, B, C. All these are correct. Cabinet Mission Plan 1946. Cabinet Mission Plan 1946. He recommended a loose federal structure for India with 3 tiers of government. He rejected the demand for a separate sovereign state of Pakistan. To correct. He proposed that all members of the interim government would be Indians. Okay. The Waffle Plan 1945 failed primarily because of the Congress's refusal to participate in the Shimla Conference. The Muslim League's insistence that all Muslim members of the Executive Council be its nominees. The British refusal to grant the right of self-determination to princely states. Mahatma Gandhi's launch of the individual Satyagraha. Individual Satyagraha. The Congress refusal to participate in the Simla Conference. The Muslim leaders' insistence that all Muslim members of the Executive Council be its nominees. The Muslim League's stance that all Muslim members council be its nominees. Not correct. Congress refusal to participate. To grant the 30% is listed. That is A. A. Sorry, this was B. Negative. Waffle Plan 945 was failed due to the at the Simla conference, Jinnah insisted that the Muslim League should have the sole right to nominate Muslim members to the Viceroy's Executive Council, which the Congress representing a secular India could not accept. At the similar conference, Jinnah insisted that the Muslim League should have the sole right. Muslim should have the sole right to nominate Muslim members to the Viceroy's Executive Council, which the Congress could not accept. Okay. The 17th BRICS Summit 2025 was held in Rio de Janeiro. Brazil, which of the following countries were officially inducted into the grouping in the recent expansion cycles? Ethiopia, Egypt, Iran, Indonesia. Was held in traditional Brazil. That is BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Was held in Brazil. Are officially inducted into the grouping. Expansion cycles. Oh. Egypt, Iran, BRICS, Iran, Iran, Ethiopia, Egypt. গোটেইকেইটা আছিলে নেকি অল ফৰে আছিলে নেকি অল ফৰে দি দিওঁ হ'লে হ'ল নহ'লে নাই হৈছে অল ফৰ expansion, that is explanation. Following the 2024 Kazan expansion and the 2025 developments, BRICS has grown to include Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and recently Indonesia as a partner member invited Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, UAE. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and no 11 we go na BRICS countries. Regarding the Bay of Bengal initiative for multi-sectoral technical and economic cooperation, consider the following. It serves as a bridge between South Asia and Southeast Asia. Bay of Bengal initiative, Southeast Asia and between South Asia and Southeast Asia. Technical and economic cooperation. The permanent secretariat of BIMSTEC is located in Dhaka. All members of BIMSTEC are also members of SAC. BIMSTEC or kuntu SAC or no? Ito no. No, it to incorrect about 3 to incorrect 1 and 2 only A ho. Yes, A is the correct answer. Karon Vietnam ni ki ito BIMSTEC or no but SAC or hoy. Myanmar and Thailand are members of BIMSTEC but not SAC. Oh, Myanmar, Thailand too. BIMSTEC or hoy but SAC or no hoy. Oh. BIMSTEC has gained strategic importance for India's Act East and Neighborhood Policy. Neighborhood First Policy. Myanmar or Thailand, BIMSTEC or hoy but not of SAC. BIMSTEC has gained strategic importance for India's Act East and Neighborhood East policies. Act East and Neighborhood East policies. Neighborhood First policy. The Operation Prosperity Guardian, open in the news in 2025, refers to Operation Prosperity Guardian, an Indian Navy mission to provide food aid to Sri Lanka. The multinational security initiative to protect commercial shipping in the Red Sea. The WHO initiative to vaccinate children in Global South, Operation Prosperity. A SHABI drive to protect retail investors from defect scams. I don't know who initiated to vaccinate, Operation Prosperity. No. Multinational security initiative to protect commercial shipping in the Red Sea. An Indian Navy mission to provide food aid. B hobo eto. Yes, B is the correct answer. Operation Prosperity Guardian, led by the US and involving several partners. This operation was launched to counter Houthi attacks on international shipping lanes in the Red Sea, impacting global trade routes to India. India. The Global Biofuel Alliance, launched by India, aims to develop an international standard for sustainable biofuels, facilitate global biofuel trade and technical support, facilitate global biofuel trade and technical support, replace all fossil fuel uses in India by 2030. The Global Biofuel Alliance, launched by India, aims to develop an international standard for sustainable biofuels, facilitate global biofuel trade and technical support, replace all fossil fuel uses by 2030. All fossil fuel? Really impossible. One and two only. B hobo. Yes, B. Fossil fuel or no. Statement 3 is an extreme and incorrect target. Yes. The Global Biofuel Alliance, launched during G20, focuses on blending targets and technology sharing, not a total immediate replacement of fossil fuels. Consider the following statements regarding the western disturbances. They are extratropical cyclones originating in the Mediterranean region. They bring sudden winter rain to the northeastern parts of the Indian subcontinent. Winter rain, western disturbance. In Assam, they are the primary cause of the Bodhicilia monsoon thunderstorms. Ito to know. Only 1 and 2. Western disturbance with extratropical cyclones. Whatever like Mediterranean region. That is A. Yes, A is the correct answer. Statement 3 is incorrect. Bodhicilia is caused by local convection and atmospheric instability during the pre-monsoon, April to May, whereas western disturbances occur in winter, December to February. Okay. Which of the following conditions are ideal for the cultivation of jute? The golden fiber of Assam. High temperatures, that is 25 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees. Sutur. Heavy rainfall, 150 centimeter to 250 centimeter. Stagnant water for the aerating process. Rich alluvial soil found in river basins. All these are correct. D. Yes, D is the correct answer. Stagnant water for aerating process. Yes. So it requires a hot and humid climate. Aerating process. Statement 3 involves submerging jute stalks in water to loosen the fibers, which is why it thrives in the Brahmaputra and Ganga River, Ganga Delta regions. Here is the following tributaries of the Brahmaputra River from west to east. Brahmaputra River tributaries from west to east. There is Sangas. Sangas is last, then Manas, then Javarli, then Subansiri. Okay. Suncos 3 is first, 3 and second, 3 second, then 4, then 2. That is A. Yes, A is the correct answer. The Suncos is the westernmost, bordering West Bengal, followed by Manas, then Jayapuri and Savansery further east. Okay. With reference to probiotics, consider the following statements. Probiotics. I don't know what is probiotics. They are live microorganisms. Oh, they provide health benefits when consumed. Health benefits. They consist mainly of bacteria, but some yeast can also function as probiotics. Yeast is a bacteria or what? Yeast is a fungi. They are naturally found in fermented foods like khar and traditional Assamese curd. Doi. Itu correct over like a day benefits consumed. Microorganisms. Bacteria, probiotics cannot be bacteria, but some yeast can also function as probiotics. Bacteria खाए नहीं yeast to खाए I don't think so, but what should I choose? D choose करो होले होल ना होले नहीं D ने C choose करें D yes, this is the correct answer. Probiotics promote gut health. Gut money to amazing to go nari puru. While curry is an alkaline preparation, many fermented Assamese foods and the tradition of making curd contain beneficial life cultures like lactobacillus. আমি খাৰ খাওঁ অসমীয়া কয় What is blue hydrogen? Blue hydrogen, which is gaining traction in India's 2026 energy transition. Blue hydrogen produced from water using solar energy. Hydrogen produced from natural gas, where the carbon dioxide emissions are captured and stored. CCS. Hydrogen extracted from deep sea thermal vents. Hydrogen produced by the fermentation of agricultural waste. Using solar energy from water to whole. That is, of course, A is the correct answer. Hydrogen produced from natural gas, where the carbon emission are captured and stored. It's incorrect, no? Blue hydrogen interaction in India's 2026 energy transition. Blue hydrogen is unlike green. That is, green is renewable and gray is polluting. Blue hydrogen uses fossil fuels but uses carbon capture. Blue hydrogen uses fossil fuels but uses carbon capture and storage to mitigate environmental impact. That is, blue hydrogen uses fossil fuels but uses carbon capture and storage to mitigate environmental impact. Blue hydrogen produced from natural gas or fossil fuel use Geneva, and where carbon dioxide emission are captured and stored. Okay, that is blue hydrogen. Bhitargonica mangroves, often compared to the Sundarbans, are located at the confluence of which rivers? Brahmani, Baitarani, Krishna and Godavari, Mahanadi and Subarnarekha, Ganga and Brahmaputra. Bhitargonica mangroves, Krishna and Godavari ho mangroves no. Brahmani and Baitarani, Mahanadi and Subarnarekha. Ganga Brahmaputra to Bhitargonica no. That is Krishna and Godavari B. A here hoy. Brahmani and Baitarani. Bhitargonica, that is in Orisha. Bhitargonica, that is Brahmani and Baitarani. But the other ones. Located in Orisha, Bhitargonica, no? It is Brahmani and Baitarani river. It is a Ramsar site famous for saltwater crocodiles and its unique mangrove ecosystem. In January 2026, the Phuban Hills in southern Assam were the news due to Phuban Hills in southern Assam were in the news due to the discovery of a new species of semi-evergreen tree. A major earthquake of magnitude 6.2. Large-scale landslides affecting the Silsara Long Railroad. Their declaration as a new national park. Southern Assam, that is green tree. Large-scale landslide affecting the Silsara Long Railroad. That is A. Oh, that is C. Large-scale landslide is no. That is Haflong Silchar Railroad. Over. That is C. Okay. Phuban Hills. This is a recurring issue. The Dimas and Barak Valley regions during unseasonal or heavy rains, critical for geography-based current affairs. 43. Question 43. With reference to the preamble of Indian Constitution, the following statements: it is a part of the Constitution and can be amended under Article 368. It is not possible. Not correct. No way. It was amended for the first time and only time. 44th Constitutional Amendment Act. Yes. 44th no 42nd. 42nd it has Nikki. Only 3 is no only 3 no, so 2 and 3 as a source of power to the legislature and only one at 2 and 3 over, that is C. Oh, it is a part of the Constitution and can be amended under Article 368. Preamble can be amended. This is correct. No. Second is incorrect. As a source of power to the legislature and also a prohibition upon the legislature. I don't know. Was correct. Only one. Okay. Only one is correct. It should be A, but the preamble can be amended under Article 368. Kesavananda Bharti case. That is Kesavananda Bharti case, and the Constitution is a part of the preamble is a part of the Constitution, and it can be amended under Article 368. Is the amendment incorrect? It is amended by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment in 1976, which added socialist, secular, and republic. Socialist, secular, and republic. The preamble is neither a source of power nor a prohibition. Neither a source of power nor prohibition nor a prohibition. Which of the following writs can be issued against administrative authorities as well as private individuals in certain cases? Habeas corpus, warrant, habeas corpus, prohibition, authorities as well as private individuals. Under warrant, habeas corpus. Administrative authorities as well as private individuals. Mandamus in order warranto onekesle habeas corpus. That is C. Yes, C is the correct answer. Power habeas corpus to have the body warrant that is issued can be issued against administrative authorities as well as private individuals. That is habeas corpus to have the body is the only writ that can be issued against both public authorities and private individuals who have illegally detained someone. Illegally, that is habeas corpus to have the body. Only writ that can be issued against both public authorities and private individuals who have illegally detained someone. Consider the following statements about the Interstate Council. It is a permanent constitutional body established under Article 263. Interstate Council, permanent constitutional body under Article 263. Constitutional body it is shared by the Union Home Minister. Union Home Minister share করে State Council. Its decisions are advisory in nature and not binding on the governments. Interstate Council. তুমি নাজানো দে কি আছে Interstate Council. State Council মানে no Interstate Council, State Council. It is a permanent constitutional body. Constitutional body to হ'বই এটো correct হ'ব. Permanent Interstate Council. Permanent body হ'ব নেকি? Shared by the Union Minister. Its additions are advisory in nature. All three are correct. D হ'ব. All three are correct হ'লে all three to নাই. So it is a permanent. Additions are advisory in nature. Commons. নিশা ক'ত বা পাইছে? Its decisions are advisory in nature. Interstate Council. Governments. কিবা আৰম্ভ কৰিলে নেকি? It is a permanent constitutional body. Permanent হ'ব নোৱাৰে. এতে 1-3 নহ'লে correct question. Only 3. That is so 1 entry B. Only 3 was correct here. 2 wrong with no? Okay. So it was only 3. Interstate Council was a decision are made advisory in nature and not binding on the governments. A permanent constitutional body no home minister share no kore. One is incorrect while the provision exists in Article 263. The council itself is not permanent. Oh, council the permanent no hai. Permanent no hai. It is established by the president when needed. To be incorrect, it is shared by the prime minister or interstate council. Prime minister is shared. As per the latest reports in 2026, Assam has recently achieved a significant milestone in health. What is it? Assam Health पुरस्कार पैसे नहीं highest life expectancy in Northeast. Life expectancy highest in Northeast. I don't know. Lowest ever maternal mortality ratio in the state's history. RS eradication of Japanese encephalitis. First state to provide pre-robotic surgery in every district. Pre-robotic surgery. Itu ya aslinya itu January 2026 latest. Provide pre-robotic surgery in every district. Highest life expectancy. Itu tuh lowest ever maternal mortality ratio. Itu tuh high. Itu B hobo. Yes, B is the correct answer. MMR na. Maternal mortality ratio. Yes. Assam has historically had a high MMR maternal mortality ratio, but intensified health missions like Sneha and better institutional delivery mechanisms have led to a record low in 2025-26. The Sanskar Sala value-based education program launched in Guwahati in early 2026 primarily targets Sanskar Shala University students for research ethics, civil servants for administrative, children aged 4 to 14 years for moral and cultural education. Sanskar Shala. Program launched in Guwahati. That is she, I guess. Yes, she is the correct answer. 4 to 14 years of age students should be taught moral and cultural education. Launched by Governor of Assam Governor of this program aims to instill compassion and Indian cultural values at the grassroots level. The last one satellite landmark achievement for the region is best described as a military remote sensing satellite forest cover, a meteor radio store and forward satellite Westi in Assam. Navigating satellite for the Brahmaputra inland waterways. It's a forest cover operate by Brahmaputra operate navigation satellite now. to remote changing slide for first cover. That is D. Oh, sorry. Ito keneke C hobole pale. Amateur radio store and forward satellite built by University in Assam. Ito to hoy. Amateur radio store and forward satellite. Ito to hoy. Ito Don Bosco University. So this is incorrect for me. Last advanced satellite. This is amateur radio store and forward satellite built by University in Assam. Built by Assam Don Bosco University students. It marks the first time a satellite from the Northeast has been developed by a local Catholic institution. Consider which of the following is the primary objective of the district survey reports. DSR's district service reports recently mandated in Assam. Mapping of all historical monuments, district survey. Determining sustainable and mining potential in riverbeds. Identifying beneficiaries for the Arunachal Tribunal. Surveying the impact of 2027 census. Itu census, that is D. Oh, sorry. Determining sustainable sand and mining potential in riverbeds. Oh my god. District survey reports mandated in Assam, that is. Sand mining river. That is identifying no. Determining sustainable sand mining potential in riverbeds. These are now mandatory under environmental guidelines to prevent illegal and ecological damaging sand mining in Assam's rivers. Okay, sand is important, but not in other places. That's why I need a sustainable vertical research for this. So this district survey standards, and that is made on the course. With reference to the Indus Valley Civilization (IVC), which of the following standards are correct? It is a predominantly secular civilization, and the religious element, though present, they don't dominate the scene. Secular civilization, yes, secularly. It employed horse-drawn carriage in warfare, as evidenced by the remains at Sarkutota. Horse-drawn carriage, Sarkutota. The people used both cotton and woolen textiles. Yes, it was predominantly secular civilization, and the religious element, the present, they don't dominate the scene. Yes, all three are correct. D. Oh, sorry. That is B. Only one entry correct. It employed horse-driven. The incorrect we will know. Horse-driven to know how. Indus Valley civilization shows no sense of massive temples or priest kings like Mesopotamia. Okay. One is correct. 1 and 3 are correct or no? While horse remains were found at Sarkutota. Horse remains were found in Sarkutota. There is no evidence of horse-drawn carriage. Oh, no sign of carrot being used in warfare. Oh, sorry. That was like 50. Oh, sorry. Okay, this was it. That was B. Well, horse remains were found at Sarkodota, but there was no evidence. There was no evidence of horse-drawn carriage being used in warfare. That was an Aryan trait. 3 is correct. 3 is correct. People used both cotton and woolen textiles. No, spindle holes found at Mohenjo-daro. Okay. 51. Consider the following pairs of Ashoka edicts and their significance. Maski edict mentions the name Ashoka explicitly. Kalinga edict describes the rumors felt by Ashoka after the Kalinga War. Yes. Raminiti failure marks the birthplace of Gautama Buddha. Two is correct. Maski edict mentions the name of Ashoka explicitly. Two is correct. Yes, two is correct. Mentions the name of Ashoka explicitly. Kalinga edict describes the rumors felt by Ashoka. Ruminide pillar marks the birthplace of Gautama Buddha. Gautama Buddha. D. D. Yes. This is the correct answer. Ruminide pillar Buddha, Gautama Buddha. Birthplace or Manasa Maski edicts name Ashoka explicitly. The pillar is unique as it also mentions a reduction in the text read. Palipota, village of Lumbini. Mentions a reduction in the text read. Palipota, village Lumbini. The Panchatantra. Sorry, not Panchatantra. The Panchayatana style of temple architecture, which reached its zenith during the Gupta period, is characterized by immense shrines surrounded by four subsidiary shrines, a temple built entirely out of a single rock. A structure with five distinct entrance gateways, gopurams. A temple dedicated to the different deities of the Sangamis. There is Panchayatana. Panchayatana means five. Panch means five, no. So C is going to be the correct answer. Also, a main shrine surrounded by four. Panchayatana. A main shrine surrounded by four subsidiary shrines. Okay. This is the correct answer. The Dasabatra temple at Deoghar is the most famous example of this style. Dasabatra temple. Dasabatra temple at Deoghar is the most famous example of this system. Dasabatra temple in Deoghar. Panchayatana style. There was a main shrine surrounded by four subsidiary shrines. Okay. Dasabatra. Okay. Panchayatana. The Nidhanpur copper plate inscription is a vital source of information for which dynasty of ancient Assam. Nidhanpur copper plate. Salstambha dynasty. Palasi Burman dynasty, Coast dynasty. Nidhanpur, that was Salstambha or Burman. I think Pal dynasty. Nidhanpur copper plate, that was about Pala or Burman. Nidhanpur. Salstambha. Burman, that was Burman. C. Yes, she. C is the correct answer. Nidhanpur copper plate. That is copper plate. What was the copper plate inscription was? What Burman dynasty. King Bhaskar Burman Mysudway. King Bhaskar Burman 8 records the re-grant of land to Brahmins that had been previously granted by his ancestor Pati Burman. The re-grant of land to Brahmins. that had been previously granted by his ancestor Poti Burman. Okay. Brahmins. Oh, dynasty. According to the NCA accounts of the Chinese traveler Yuanshang, King Bhaskar Burman of Kamrupa was a devotee of Bhaskar Burman Kamrupa was a devotee of Bhaskar Burman. According to Chinese traveler Yuanshang, Bhaskar Burman was the devotee of Lord Shiva, Vishnu, Gautama Buddha. Oh, there was Buddha. I guess Buddha. Gautama Buddha. What again? Gautama Buddha. See. Oh, sorry. Shiva. Incorrect or no? Bhaskar Burman was devotee of Shiva. Lord Shiva, despite his close friendship with the Buddhist emperor Harshavardhana. Harshavardhana was Buddhist, and his hospitality toward Yuanshang. Yuanshang also. Bhaskar Burman remained Shaivite. He was Shaivite. Okay. Good king. Harshavardhana and Bhaskar Burman. Shaivite. Who is known as the Sahitya Third of Literature of Assamese literature. Lohnat Bespurwa, that is B. Who doesn't know? Everyone knows it. Bespurwa is honored with his title for his immense contribution to modern Assamese literature, including the state anthem, Omar Apnar Desh. The first Assamese novel, Bhanumati, 1890, was authored by Bhanumati Padmanabh Gohai Borua. That was Padmanabh Gohai Borua. First Assamese novel, Bhanumati. That is B. Yes, B. B is the correct answer. 1890, Bhanumati Padmanabh Gohai Borua. Padmanabh Gohai Borua wrote Bhanumati, which was serialized in the magazine Bijli. In 2026, the term gene drive is frequently discussed in the context of gene drive in 2026. That is frequently discussed in the context of creating drought-resistant tea clones in Upper Assam. The technology to alter the genetic makeup of entire populations of mosquitoes to curb malaria. Gene drive. Technology to alter the genetic makeup of entire populations of mosquitoes to curb malaria. A new high-speed data transfer protocol for satellites. New high-speed data transfer protocol. A technique to identify the historical lineage of the Ahom dynasty. Gene drive of 50 clones in Upper. That is gene drive. That is A. I think A. Oh. This was B. Alter or makeup of the entire populations of mosquitoes to curb malaria. Okay. Gene drive to malaria. Gene drive is a genetic engineering technology that propagates a particular suit of genes throughout a population by altering the probability that a specific allele will be transmitted to offspring. A specific allele will be transmitted to offspring. Okay. This is a technology to alter the genetic makeup of entire populations of mosquitoes to curb malaria. Okay. Gene drive 2026. No. My God, come on. As per the RBI data cited in early 26, Assam has been recognized as the fastest growing state economy in India over the last 5 years. What is the projected GSDP of Assam for the fiscal year 25-26? That is, what is 7.42 lakh crore? That is C. Yes, C, correct answer. 7.42 lakh crore. The Assam budget 25-26 projects the gross state domestic product to source to 7,41,000, 7,742,000 crore, marking a massive transformation from approximately 4.10 lakh crore in 2021. Okay, the credit to deposit ratio is a key indicator of a state's banking health. Regarding Assam's credit to deposit ratio in 25-26, consider the following. It has increased significantly, reaching over 70% as of credit to deposit indicator of a state's banking health. Regarding Assam's credit to deposit ratio, it has increased significantly, reaching over 70% as of 2024. A higher credit to deposit ratio indicates that banks are lending more of their deposits into the local economy. The RBI considers a credit to deposit ratio below 40% as sign of robust economic credit absorption. Credit to deposit ratio is a key indicator of a state's banking health. Regarding Assam's credit to deposit ratio in 2026, it has increased significantly, reaching over 70% as of late 2024. A higher CD ratio indicates that banks are lending more of their deposits into the local economy. Indicates that banks are lending more to the local economy. Considers credit deposit ratio below 40% as a sign of robust economic absorption. All these are correct. D. It is wrong. Hold on. 1 and 2 only. 1 and 2 only correct. This is RBI considers a CD ratio below 40% as a sign of robust economic credit absorption. Credit to deposit ratio actually indicates poor credit absorption. The RBI typically refers to robust economic or below 40% to robust economic credit absorption. No, poor below 60%. Poor credit absorption, the RBI typically prefers higher ratios above 60% to ensure deposits are being utilized for regional development. Assam's ratio grew from 56% in 2021 to approx 72%, 72.5% by 2025. Okay. Which of the following is the primary objective of the Assam Industrial Momentum Fund announced in the 25-26 budget? Okay. Which of the following is the primary objective of the Assam Industrial Momentum Fund announced in the 25-26 budget? Assam Industrial Momentum 25-26 budget to provide direct cash transfers to tea garden owners to develop infrastructure to support the commitments made during Advantage Assam to fund the 27 digital census in primary objective of the Assam Industrial Momentum Fund, or that is unemployment insurance to executive. To support commitments made. Ito B B. Yes, B is the correct answer. The Assam Industrial Momentum Fund with an initial corpus of 5,000 crore is designed to create a physical and digital infrastructure required for industrial projects pledged during the 2025 Investment Summit. With reference to the Global Plastic Treaty negotiations concluding in 25-26, what has been India's primary stance? Global Plastic Treaty. India supports a complete global ban on all primary plastic polymers by 2030. India advocates for a treaty scope limited to addressing plastic pollution rather than regulating production. India advocates for a treaty scope limited to addressing plastic pollution and rather than regulating production. Advocates a treaty scope limited to addressing plastic pollution and then regulating production. I don't know. India advocates for a treaty scope limited to addressing yes, both are correct. India has refused to join the treaty negotiations naturally. No, this is false. India supports the inclusion of a mandatory list of phase-out dates for all plastic types. No, mandatory no, only 1 and 2. That is India. The incorrect. Advocates for a treaty scope limited to address plastic pollution rather than regulating production. To B is the correct answer. Oh, mail negative, no? No problem. India has consistently argued that the treaty should focus on waste management and plastic pollution to protect the development rights of nations rather than curbing the production of. The COP30 United Nations Climate Change Conference 2025 is significant for being held in Belém, Brazil. Its primary focus is finalizing the rules of the carbon credit trading scheme, protecting the Amazon rainforest, delivering Paris promise, focusing on the nuclear energy, globally implementing a global tax on maritime shipping. The rules of carbon credit trading scheme. Paris promise. Delivering climate change. That is A. Oh, that is B. is the correct answer. That is COP30, United Nations Climate Change Conference 2025, Berlin, Brazil. There was about the protection of Amazon rainforest and delivering on the Paris promise. That is hosted in the gateway of the Amazon COP30, which is on strengthening ambitious nationally determined conservations and forest conservation under the Brazilian presidency. Okay. That is to the minus scheme 24, 26, 24 to 26, 24, 25, 26. The Assam government provides monthly financial assistance to students pursuing higher education, higher secondary graduation, post graduation. That is students, girls students. That is B. Everyone knows. The scheme aims to prevent child marriage and that is providing monthly stipend of 1,000 to 2,000 to girl students. Women 1,000 to 2,500, 1,000 to 2,500 to girl students. With reference to the Quit India movement constitutional instruments, the resolution was passed at the Gwalior Tank Meeting in Bombay. Mahatma Gandhi kept the slogan "Do or Die" during this movement. The movement showed the participation of the Muslim League and the Hindu Mahasabha in the large numbers. Yes, all three are correct. D. Oh, Quit India movement, not a Muslim League and the Hindu Mahasabha. So this is incorrect. The Muslim League, Hindu Mahasabha, and the Communist Party of India did not officially support participate in the movement for various political reasons. Hindu Mahasabha, Muslim League. Who among the following was the founder of the Servants of India Society? That is Gopal Krishna Gokhale. That is B. Yes. Servants of India Society, 1905, Gopal Krishna Gokhale. Gokhale appointed a society to train Indians of different ethnicities and religions in welfare work and to promote social and human development. Okay. The Wavel plan that was primarily aimed at getting immediate independence to India, reconstituting the Viceroy's Executive Council with equal representation for caste Hindus and Muslims, implementing the findings of the Simon Commission, participation partitioning the country into India and Pakistan, immediate independence, reconstituting the Viceroy's Executive Council with equal representation for caste Hindus and Muslims. That is B. Yes, B is the correct answer. B is the correct answer. B is the correct answer. Well, Plan 945 primarily aims at reconstituting the Viceroy's Executive Council with equal representation for caste Hindus and Muslims. The plan proposed a new executive council where all members except the viceroy and commander-in-chief would be Indians, but it failed due to disagreements between the Congress and the Muslim League. Members, the viceroy and the commander-in-chief would be Indians. The Wavell Plan, that is 1945, proposed a new executive council where all members except viceroy and commander-in-chief All members would be Indians, but it fell due to disagreements between the Congress and the League. With reference to Web 3.0, consider the following statements. It is based on decentralized blockchain technology. That is Web 3.0 decentralized blockchain technology. It allows it allows users to have ownership over their data rather than being controlled by big tech companies. It relies heavily on the Internet of Things to function. Web 3 is based on blockchain technology. I don't know. It allows users to have ownership over their data rather than being controlled by big tech companies. It relies heavily on the Internet of Things to function. 3 is correct, but 1 and 3 or what? B or it is based on decentralized blockchain technology. Kaisil muino dekhai na plong tamar khorda hina amar khord ahai nai আমাৰ ঘৰত আহাতো গমেই নাপাওঁ তামাৰ ঘৰত আহাতো গম পাইছোঁ মই পিছতে আছিলোঁ পিছত আহিব বুলি ভাবিছিলোঁ অহা নাইচোন আমাৰ তাত পিছত It allows users to have ownership data all three are correct D yes D no only 1 and 2 only 1 and 2 yes it allows this is not correct actually irreversibly on Internet of Things no this is not Web 3.0 is characterized by decentralization and user sovereignty while it can interact with Internet of Things. It is not fundamentally reliant on it for its core structure. Blockchain. What is a bioluminescence? What is bioluminescence? A phenomenon recently observed in the coastal waters of India. What is bioluminescence of a phenomenon recently observed in the coastal waters of India? What is bioluminescence? A phenomenon recently observed in the coastal waters of India. Bioluminescence, a phenomenon, that is separation of emission of light of a living organism, yet light by a living organism, the resolution, the ultraviolet rays, that is, suppose no, this is A, yes, this is A. Is the correct answer in here? That is A. It is the correct answer. This is okay. occurring mostly in marine vertebrates and invertebrates. Olap sound ako mabi. Occurring mostly in marine vertebrates and invertebrates. It is caused by chemical reactions involving luciferin and luciferase. Luciferin and luciferase. What is bioluminescence? A phenomenon recently observed in coastal waters of India. Bioluminescence occurring mostly in marine vertebrates and invertebrates. It is caused by a chemical reaction having luciferin and luciferase. The production and emission of light by a living organism. Okay. Regarding sovereign green bonds. Sovereign green bonds, that is considered they are used to finance public projects that lower the carbon intensity of the economy. ইমান হুলস্থুল কৰে ঘৰত ক'লেও নুশুনে কথা. They are used to finance public projects that lower the carbon intensity green bonds of the economy. Only private investors can switch to those bonds. No. India issued its first green bonds, sovereign green bonds in 2023. Only one to honor, so 1 in 3. That is B. Yes. B is the correct answer. Green bonds are open to a wide range of investors, including retail investors, corporations, and NRIs. The Global Biofuel Alliance, of which India is a founding member, aims to replace all petrol with 100% ethanol by 2030. Global Biofuel petrol, ethanol by 2030. Petrol. No, this is not possible. Replace of all petrol. Promote the use of sustainable biofuels in the transport sector. Global Biofuel Alliance. Ban the export of food crops for fuel production. So standardize the price of crude oil globally. Global Biofuel Alliance. The use of sustainable biofuels in the transport sector. Standardize the price of crude oil. Itu hobo. Founding member aims to. Itu hobo. D. Oh, sorry, that is B. Okay. There was promote the use of sustainable biofuels in transport. Sustainable biofuels. Oh. Itu tuh here. What a mistake all. In the transport sector. Itu silly mistake all. Launched during the G20, the Global Biofuels Alliance seeks to accelerate the global adoption of biofuels by facilitating technology transparent market development. That is the BERC 2025 conference held in New Delhi focused on artificial intelligence in banking. BARK. Boosting India's rice yield and modernizing productivity. BERC. Cybersecurity in the health sector. Space tourism regulations. The conference held in New Delhi. Artificial banking. Boosting India's rice yield and modernizing productivity. Cybersecurity in the health sector. Space tourism, cyber security, health sector, cyber security, space tourism regulations, boosting industrial and monetizing productivity, and banking, Barton. That is conference. That is in banking A. Sorry, B. That was boosting industrial and monetizing productivity. That is B. Okay. Negative we go more. The Bharat International Rice Conference, Bharat International Rice Conference 2025 highlighted that while India is a top exporter, per hectare productivity needs to reach global benchmarks. Um, in January 26, the Bhuvan Hills were in the news. Bhuvan Hills status large scale landslide affected regional connectivity. Yes, this is the correct answer in the Silsur and Dimasa Hills districts. The B. Already got this one before. Topographical changes and heavy rainfall in the Barak Valley region often had to landslides, often led to landslides in these hills, disrupting vital links like the Silsur Haplong route. Okay, railway route. With reference to the Angkianat tradition considered pole instruments, they are one act plays written primarily in the Brajavali language. One act play, Angkianat. One act play, Brajavali language. The Sutradhara is a central character who remains on stage to explain the plot and provide moral context. Senior Yatra is well considered the first play in this tradition, staged by Srimanta Sankardeva. They are one act plays, written primarily in the Brajavali language. All three are correct. D. Yes, these two. One one act play. Brajavali is a literary language mixing Maithili and Assamese. Sinayatra, that is 1468, written 1468, revolutionized the cultural landscape of the Brahmaputra Valley, revolutionized cultural landscape of the Brahmaputra Valley. Ali Ligang festival celebrated by the missing community is associated with Ali Ligang, that is with missing community. Then of the winter harvest, then of the uprise sowing of the New Year, the worship of the river Brahmaputra. Ali I Ligang Aha Pani of the Ahurais sowing. Ali I Ligang Ali I Ligang, that is the winter harvest. Beginning of the Ahurais sowing season. That is, yes, that is B. Yes, B is the correct answer. Something like Ali means seed, yes. I means fruit and liga means soul. Ali means seed. I means fruit. Seed, fruit, ligang means sowing. It is celebrated over the first Wednesday of the month of Gimur. Month of Gimur, on the month of Gimur. On the month of Gimur, that is February to March, Ali Ligang. During the time of, that is Ahorai sowing. And a missing tribe, that is Kimur, the month of Kimur, Feb to March. Which of the following monuments was officially inscribed as UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2425, the first for Assam in the cultural category? For Assam, no. Suradio Madam's Kamika Temple. Oh, this is what UNESCO World Heritage Site. That is Suradio Madam, yes. That is Suradio Madam C. Yes, C.
the Mount system of the Ahom dynasty as radio was recognized for its unique archaeological and cultural significance. Environmental, this is governance, this is set for it. 76 question number regarding the Nirantar portal launched by the that is of also in India. I don't know what this is. 25-26. What is its primary purpose? Tracking the migration of Asian elephants in rural elephant. That is an elephant forest conservation, something like that. Tracking the migration of Asian elephants in real time, providing a unified platform for environmental, forest, and wildlife clearances, monitoring the carbon credit market for small-scale farmers, ensuring the quality of drinking water in rural North India. This is not correct. Tracking the migration of elephants. Elephant environmental ministry of something like, not ministry. That is elephant migration of Asian elephants in real time. Unified platform for environmental forest and wildlife clearances. Nirantar portal. Monitoring the carbon credit market for small scale farmers. Elephant. That is B hobo. B hobo like B. B. Hold on. I'm not so much sure. Yes, B is the correct answer. Nirantar follows the legacy of Paribas but offers a broader, more integrated digital governance framework for faster and more transparent environmental clearances. Nirantar follows the legacy of Paribas but offers a broader, more integrated digital governance framework for faster and more transparent environmental clearance. Okay. And Nirantar follows the legacy of Paribas, but also broader, more integrated digital governance framework for faster and more transparent environmental clearances. The Deeper bill recently faced scrutiny in early 2026 due to discovery of a new species of migratory duck, impact of illegal sand mining on its ecological character, its redesignation as a national park, successful removal of water hyacinth, discovery of a new species of migratory duck. I don't think so. Impact of illegal sand mining on its ecological character. Sand mining? No, this is not. Its residential as a national park. No, this is A. This is A for sure. Oh, sorry. Itu sand mining already. Under unregulated sand mining in surrounding riverbeds and encroachment remain the most critical threats to this Ramsar sites hydrology. Okay. Sand mining. The Jivan Prerana scheme introduced in the 25-26 Assam budget aims to provide monthly financial assistance of 2,500 to fresh graduates from state-run universities. Fresh graduates, so I don't think so. Grant life insurance to all support street vendors, fund the higher education of children of murdered soldiers. No, this is A hobo lagi today hole. A hobo. I thought 2,000, but 2,500. Okay, A is the correct answer. Jeevan Prerana scheme, and that is the scheme supports new graduates for 1 year to assist the transition to assist for 1 year only. For 1 year to assist the transition into employment or entrepreneurship. That is for 10 months. Okay. With which district in Assam is the set for the upcoming 27,000 crore semiconductor assembly and data test facility at MP? Oh, to Morigao. This is BBS Morigao. 27,000 crore investment will take place on the health semiconductor industry. The facility is being set up at Zaki Road in Marigaon district, a massive leap for the state's industrial sector. The last one satellite launched in January 2026 is significant because it is the first dedicated weather satellite for Northeast India. Northeast India. Weather satellite for Northeast India. Yes, this is okay. Yes, it is the first student-led satellite from the Northeast. ISRO's launched via ISRO's PSLV. Yes, C62. Mm-mm. Designed to map the hidden gold reserves. It is the nation satellite for the Indian Army. No, that is B. Yes, B is more. There's persistent data. Developed by students of Assam Don Bosco University, Assam Don Bosco University. It marks the entry of the Northeast into the space tech arena. The theme for the New Delhi World Bank Fair, New Delhi World Bank Fair 2026 is New Delhi World Book Fair. The theme for the New Delhi World Book Fair 2026 is Digital India Reading the Future. Digital India or theme New Delhi Book Fair Reading the Future. Indian military history 1775 climate change over as it become with much of through literature. That is A. Digital India Reading the Future. A oh sorry B. B is the correct answer. That is the 2026 theme highlights India's military legacy. Special focus countering focus countries like Qatar. India's military legacy. Oh, Indian military history, power and wisdom at 75. Oh, at 75. Oh, this is 75. Okay. Special focus countries like Qatar. Okay. According to the 25-26 health data, Assam received a record low in which of the following indicators? Health data, Assam received a record low following indicators. Low, that is maternal mortality ratio. Low is a no. This is B. Yes, B. Maternal mortality ratio B is a no. As I mentioned, a significant drop in maternal mortality rate, moving away from its historical position as the state with the highest maternal deaths in India. As the state with the highest maternal deaths in India. The Assam Vaibhav Award, the highest civilian honor of India, of Assam for the year 2025, conferred in early 2025, was awarded to which personality? There was Assam Vaibhav Topon Suikya Lieutenant. This is Lieutenant General, that is Rana Pratap Kalita. That is B. That is B. I know this one. The General retired Rana Pratap Kolita, former Eastern Army commander, was honored for his service, distinguished service to the nation and the state. The Hegangi festival, which concluded in Aplong in January 26, is a major post-harvest Thanksgiving ritual of his community. Hegangi festival, there's Aplong, that is Jimmy Naga, that is Jimmy Naga. Hegangi, that is B. Yes, Jimmy Naga and Aplong. The Hegangi festival is the most significant annual event for the Jimmy community, a branch of the Ziliangrong Nagas Dimaso. With reference to the Gazamitra scheme launched by the Assam Cabinet in late 2025, consider the following. First, the Gazamitra scheme launched by the Assam Cabinet in late 2025. It aims to address human-elephant conflict in 8 conflict zone prone districts, setting up community-based monitoring teams to track elephant movement. The scheme is entirely funded by the World Bank. This is wrong, so 1 and 2 are correct. This is 1 and 2 A, so A is the correct answer, yes. It is a state government initiative, not World Bank or Lord Kutane. Central Learning, the scheme deploys Gazamitros, friends of elephants in districts like Udalguri, Golpara, Sunitpur, 8 conflict-prone districts. The scheme deploys Gazamitros, friends of elephants, in districts like Udalguri, Golpara, Sunitpur to prevent crop raiding and human casualties. Okay. Community-based monitoring team now. Recently, in 2025, several traditional products from Assam received a geographical indication tag, so the following is not one of them. Several traditional products from Assam indication tag, the following is not one of them. Borozo ground, that is rice beer, received by same. Sortibari metal craft, Yopa Mazulema, Assam Orthodox tea, which is not one of them. That is Sortibari metal craft Orthodox tea. That is, I think, settle metal craft. Sortibari metal craft. That is, I think, B. Oh, sorry, D. Some articles received Asiatic in back 2007 or 2007 notification. No, so this is incorrect. Asiatic some Orthodox tea, but in 2025, Borozo Grand, Sortibari metal craft, and Mausoleum mask. Okay, and this Assam Orthodox tea in Kojetic in 2007. The others, Joe Grown, Sortibari metal craft, and Majoli masks, manuscript paintings were part of the recent mass registration of 19 plus indigenous products. Bodo Narsi, which recently received Asiatic, is best described as Narsi, traditional Bodo musical instrument, semi-fermented food prepared with jute leaves. Hand woven silk sari worn by Bodo women, a specific type of organic ginger grown in the BTAD. No, for musical instrument, Narsi. That is Narsi. Silk by Bodo women. That is A, I guess. Prepared the jute leaves. Semi-fermented food. That is A. Oh, sorry. Semi-fermented prepared with jute leaves. This was the correct one. Bordonarji is a traditional food item made from dried jute leaves, known for its medicinal properties and unique bitter taste. Dried jute leaves. Food item made from dried jute leaves. Jute leaves, okay. Hukati. We call them hukati. India's first fully digital population census is scheduled 2027. In late 2025, early 2026, which district in Assam was selected for the pre-testing of the digital enumeration tools? Kamrup, Jorhat, Kasar. Kamrup, Dibrugarh, Jorhat. এইটোতো গোটেইকেইটাই হ'ব লাগে ডিব্ৰুগড় শিলচৰ ডিব্ৰুগড় হ'ব এতিয়া pre-testing of the digital and tools, that is Dibrugarh. Yes, Dibrugarh. Dibrugarh was the correct answer. Preparations for the 2027 census involve pre-testing in selected districts like Dibrugarh to ensure the mobile applications and shelf enumeration portals work effectively in various terrains. Okay. Did I correct it or not? I don't. Whether I corrected it or not, I don't know. But it is Dibrugarh, yes. I think I did not correct it. The CMC Entrepreneur Scheme 25-26 provides financial assistance to which category of people? PhD research scholars, Dibanka research scholars, farmers. That is B. That is B. Okay. B is the correct answer. The scheme provides a one-time grant, 25,000 to 40,000 to research scholars in public institutions to promote higher education and academic research in the state. One-time grant. Okay. 25,000 and 40,000. 25,000 other research scholars and Dibank research scholars 40,000. Which article of the Indian Constitution grants the High Court of Assam, Guwahati High Court, the power to issue writs for the enforcement of legal rights beyond just fundamental rights. Then Constitution grants the High Court of Assam, Guwahati High Court, to issue writs for the enforcement of legal rights beyond just fundamental rights. Article 126, 137, 226. This will be 226, I guess. B. Yes, B is the correct answer. I did not know it, but simply guessed in and selected it, and that came to be the correct answer. Article 226 in the Constitution, under Article 226 grants the power the High Court of Assam to issue writs for the enforcement of legal rights beyond just fundamental rights. Okay. The writ jurisdiction of a High Court is wider than that of the Supreme Court. Article 32, as it can be invoked for any other purpose, legal rights in addition to fundamental rights. Okay. The Nirantar portal, again, this is about environment. Frequently in the news, 26 is a digital initiative for the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Ministry of Environment, Forest and Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Tracking trigger no. Unified single window clearance for environmental and forest approvals. Real time air quality no. Public grievances. This is B. This is B. Environment and approval. That is B. Yes, B is the correct answer. Nirantar is an upgraded version of the Parivis portal designed to streamline interagency collaboration for green clearances. In the context of the Ornada 3.0 scheme 24-26, the monthly cash transfer amount for eligible female beneficiaries has been stabilized at 1500. That is C. Okay, correct. Ornada 3.0 expanded its base to over 37 lakh families with a standard monthly entitlement. 37 lakh families with a standard monthly entitlement of 1500, making it one of the largest direct benefit transfer schemes in India. Largest direct benefit transfer schemes in India. Burhia, Palevsia. With reference to the Assam budget 25-26, consider the following statements. Gross state domestic product of Assam 26 is projected to grow 15% at current prices. Current prices, what? Assam budget and what price? Assam budget. Gross domestic. The fiscal deficit 25-26 is targeted to tribunal. The state has estimated a significant revenue surplus for the 26 fiscal year. Revenue surplus. Yes, this is correct. 3 is correct. 3 is correct. 1 is not. The fiscal deficit for 2026 is targeted 3.7. That's target কৰিছিলে 2026. I don't know. Fiscal deficit. The gross state domestic product of Assam is projected to grow by 15% at current prices. 3 is correct. 3 and 1. Fiscal deficit for 2026 is targeted. All 3. Okay, D. Sorry. A is the correct answer. A means what? 1 and 2 only correct. And D is not correct. Okay, I did wrong in here. With reference to the Assam budget 25-26, consider following statements. That is correct statements. That's gross state domestic product of Assam for 25-26 is projected to grow by 15% at current prices. The fiscal deficit for 25-26 is targeted at 3.7% of the gross state domestic product. Okay, statement 3 is incorrect. The state estimates a revenue balance, neither surplus nor deficit, or a revenue surplus in fiscal year. Estimates a significant balance for the year. Revenue balance, that is for the year 25-26, improving from the revenue deficit in the previous year. Okay, previous year there was revenue deficit, but this 25-26 year there is a revenue balance estimation. The Mukhyamantri Mahila Udyamita Abhiyan highlighted in the 2026 budget provides self-help group members with 10,000 grant of 10,000 and entrepreneur or any business 10,000 as a shared capital followed by, yes, this is pre-digital tablets. No, that is B. B is the correct answer. Self-help group members received 10,000 as shared capital after successful Utilization, they are eligible for subsidized bank linked loans or 25,000. Subsidized bank linked loans or 25,000. Okay. Which of the following traditional food items from the Bodo community recently received the silver indication tag as of late 24-25? 24-25. Bodo Zoo, Grang rice, Bodo Narji, Bodo Nafam, Bodo Onla rice. All this. Yes, D. Yes, D is the correct answer. D is the correct answer. All four were part of the 13 plus Bodo traditional items that received the GI tag recently, marking a significant step in preserving the heritage of the Bodoland Territorial region. GI tag 13 plus. And late 2024 to 2025. Sortipari metal craft of Assam, which holds a GI tag, is primarily known for products made of metal craft made for Sortipari, not gold and silver. That is bell metal, gun and bronze. That is Sortipari, famous for bell metal and brass. This is B. Yes, B is the correct answer. Sortipari in Barbeta district is world renowned for its traditional bell metal industry, particularly the Banbati and Sarai. The Nizut Mine scheme, which expanded its reach in January 2026, aims to curb child marriage in Assam by providing free legal aid victims and providing monthly stipends to girl students to encourage them to pursue higher education. This is B. Correct answer. One is easy. This is I don't think. Providing monthly financial support 1,000 to 2,500 for girls in higher secondary to post graduation. Only in higher secondary 1,000 and post graduation that is 2,500. Post graduation 2,500. The scheme aims to keep girls in the education system until marriage from higher secondary first year to post graduation. Okay. 1,000 to 2,500. Regarding Project Sahajivan, which was in the news in early 2026, consider the following regarding Project Sahajivan. Sahajivan in 2026, Project Sahajivan. It is a plan to relocate the residents of Deeperville area. Relocate the residents of the Deeperville area. It is a GMC initiative for human-animal coexistence in urban Guwahati. It is a health mission to eliminate TB from the area tea gardens. Sahajivan is a cross-border trade agreement between Assam and Bhutan. Trade agreement Project Sahajivan. Cross-border agreement between Assam and Bhutan. Plan to relocate the residents of Deeperville. The urban initiative for human-animal coexistence in urban Guwahati. That is D, I guess D. Oh, sorry. B, all correct answer. So I became wrong. This is Project Sahajivan is a GMC initiative for human-animal coexistence in urban Guwahati. Okay. This project focuses on managing urban wildlife like leopards and monkeys and domestic animals in Guwahati to minimize conflict. Okay. This was Guwahati Municipal Corporation initiative. It was Project Sahajivan. What is the significance for the Lakpati Baitu target in the context of Assam's rural economy in 2026? Increasing the annual income of uh, 1 lakh, providing a one-time reward of 1 lakh to the best female farmer. Asterisk, about 1 lakh for castor topping, 7 synchronous per minute. क्या? Increasing the annual income of self-help group women to at least 1 lakh. That is 97. That is A. Okay. Is the correct answer. Group women to at least 1 lakh. The Lakpati Didi called by the in Assam initiative aims to empower self-help group women through diverse livelihood interventions to reach an annual income of 1 lakh. The Assam Industrial Momentum Fund 25-26 with a corpus of 5,000 crore is specifically intended for Assam Industrial Momentum, paying off debts of the Assam development world-class infrastructure to support advantage. This is B. Okay. Infrastructure support advantage Assam 2.0. That is B. Yes, is the correct answer. The Assam Industrial Momentum Fund is present. That is 5,000 crore to build the industrial parks and logistics hubs promised to investors during the recent Global Investment Summit. Under the Arunodaya 3.0 Scheme 2026, which of the following is an inclusion criterion? Those who cannot apply. 3.0 Scheme 2026, which of the following is an inclusion criterion? Those who cannot apply. Widows and unmarried women over 45. Widows and unmarried women over 45. Arunodaya 3.0 Scheme 2026. The following is an exclusion criterion. Exclusion criterion question. No. Those who cannot. Widows and unmarried women over 45. Don't know. Families having a four-wheeled mechanized vehicle. Ito hobo pare. Families with Divango member. No. Households having a single family. No. That is B. Yes, B. This is ownership of four-wheeler tractor or being a government employee, pensioner generally disqualifies a family from Arunodaya to ensure the benefit reaches the poorest of the poor. Mission Basundhara, this is the last 100 number question. Mission Bhumiputro, a major administrative reform in Assam, has successfully, this does all historical land, simplified the issuance of digital caste certificate for student. That is Bhumiputro, no? Providing land titles to all residents of Guwahati's hilly areas. A digital map of the entire Brahmaputra. Riverbed itu Mission Bhumiputro. Mission Bhumiputro, that's all historical land. So simplified the issuance of digital caste certificate for students. Giving land titles to all residents of Guwahati's hilly areas. Created a digital map of the entire Brahmaputra riverbed. Ito to BA hobo lage. CA hobo lage, but CA hobo tar bahari belag nai. Caste certificate here. So this came to be wrong. Now this is Mission Bhumiputro. It is an e-governance milestone that allows students to receive the caste certificates digitally without physical visits to the circle office. The Bhumiputro caste certificate I didn't think so. Okay. Now time for calculating the score.
অ'কে, নেগেটিভ কোনো প্ৰথমতে 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 18 নেগেটিভ পজিটিভ কিমান 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 66 কাৰেক্ট হৈছে। যদি কোন 12 হাতে 1 12 13 132 পাইছিলোঁ। এতিয়া কিমান হ'ব 12 পৰা হ'লে 4 ইয়াতে কিমান থাকিল 2 12 পৰা গ'লে 11 114 পাইছোঁ, হায়েষ্ট মাৰ্কছ পাইছোঁ। আকৌ এবাৰ কোনো 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 60 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 12 2 হাতে 1 12 13 অ'কে, ইয়াতে মাইনাছটো কিমান হ'ল 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 33 34 35 36 18 4 9 10 11 12 অ'কে, এতিয়া ইমান থাকিলে 12 পৰা গ'লে 11 অ'কে 114 পাইছোঁ লাষ্ট highest marks. Okay, thank you for watching the video. Bye bye.